Hey guys, welcome back to another episode of All About You. In today's video, I will be showcasing Ryan Severin, my teammate's deck profile of what he used to kick butt and dominate this last weekend's event. So as you guys already know, it was myself, Ryan Severin, and Chris Sock. I will be making sure to get all these deck profiles out to you guys so that you can enjoy and play with these decks. And maybe if you have any team events coming up, you might want to use all three of our decks together in conjunction, which would be pretty awesome. But anyways, we're going to get to the profile right about now.
Hey, what is going on, Dragon Ballers? I'm back. It's been a while. This time I have a special deck profile for Anthony Hernandez's channel, All About You. This deck is the deck that I piloted at ARG Connecticut this past Saturday for the Team Wars event. I was unable to go Sunday because I had work. The event was announced a little short notice, so I couldn't request work off in time. It was no big deal. I had fun Saturday. I would have preferred the team event over the singles event anyway. And then I got to play with my old teammates from the Team Wars that we played previously, or one of the Team Wars that I played previously. Me and Anthony have played all of them together. So this is my third team event. 3 for 3 now. Me and Anthony have won all 3 that we have entered. He's 3 for 4. He unfortunately got second at Atlantic City. The first Atlantic City, I was not able to attend that event. But I'm trying to keep the streak alive. Hopefully at Atlantic City, the PPG event in Atlantic City this weekend, we'll be able to keep the streak alive for 4 for 4 in team events. You know, that's what we're going for. So getting into it, I ended up playing with Shenron. I was going to play with androids, and Anthony was originally going to play with Broly, but he ended up not being able to get the leader because, as I'm sure a lot of you guys know in the community, the card wasn't like sent to that many locals. Not that many locals got it. I'm pretty sure you had to buy like a lot of product of like set 4 and star decks that a lot of stores already have, and they probably didn't want to order a ton of product just to get those packs. So they didn't get the packs. So a lot of people didn't have access to the card. I didn't have the card. No one on my team had it. There's only a few people in the room that even had the card. So pretty much they bought it online, or their local did get them, but it was not a lot of locals, to my knowledge, that ended up getting them. So basically, Anthony has been playing androids for a while now, so with him not being able to find Broly, I kind of just was like, okay, you play androids, you're good, you're gonna win your games hopefully, and then Sock's obviously amazing, he's gonna win his games. So I'm just like, I'll play Shenron. I'm not super comfortable with Shenron, and I made it like the night before, morning of, kind of like half the night before, and then since I had to audible the morning of, just actually finally put it together. So this list is, don't get me wrong, not ideal at all. Even for the team format where you can't share cards. So that's why some of the cards, obviously, you're not going to see Bean in here because Sock was playing Storm, so I gave him Bean, obviously. But it was pretty much a standard Gogeta Shenron. My thought process on no Bean anyway was, if I play Storm, I'm going to lose. If I have Bean, if I don't have Bean, doesn't matter. I'm going to lose to Storm. So in other matchups, Bean is not that important. Like, it's still obviously really good, but like, it's not super, super important to like critical to you winning or losing the game. So I just played the deck anyway. It worked out fine. I ended up losing to 2 Storms, and I went 6-0 versus androids. No, 4-0 versus androids, I think. Yeah, 4-0 versus androids. 2 in Swiss, top 4, and then finals. So round 1, we ended up playing Eric Hill, Eon Hill, and Juan Brand. Ex-PPG, he's now on Eddie St. Hilaire's team. I do not know the name. I'm not sure if they've announced the name. So he was playing androids. I played against Juan. I ended up taking that game with some one-ball abuse. I'll show you in the deck. And then Anthony won his game, and Sock lost his game, so we ended up winning that round. The next round we played against Kareem from Paipe. We played against his team. I lost my round against a Broly, Mono Broly, Yellow Storm kind of deck, like product swap Broly. But Sock and Anthony won their games. Getting to the next round, we played a fellow T4 team member, Chris, along with some other his teammates from New York. I ended up losing that round to Storm, and Anthony and Sock won their rounds. So at this point, I was getting bodied. right? Just only beat androids, couldn't crap down by storm, but I didn't care. I was like, whatever. 3-0, we're guaranteeing top 4. All that really matters. We ended up playing Ellipsis. Yes, I want to say that's your name. These are my boys. If I forgot your team name, I'm sorry. So Eric Goodwin, Connor Wood, Ronald Mack, Hoagie. Played them. I ended up playing against Hoagie rematch. I played him at Connecticut, the last ARG, Connecticut, the one that I ended up getting second. I played him in Swiss and won, so we got to rematch. I ended up winning my match, but unfortunately we lost. No, I lost that round. And Anthony won his match in that Swiss. So I did lose some androids. My mistake. And then going into top 4, I played androids again. We played against Danny Wynn's team. And then Ellipsis, they were first seed. They played against Eon, Eric, and Juan. So they ended up beating Eric, and Juan. Eric, Eon, and Juan. And we ended up beating Danny, Peter, and I don't remember their last teammate's name. And then we ended up playing Ellipsis again in the finals, where Anthony ended up losing. That was the only game he lost. And then Sock won his, and I won mine. Shout out to Sock. I almost punted the game really bad. Cause I've played Shenron maybe once before, so I just didn't see the line of play. It was really bad on my part looking back on it, but it's fine. For next time, I'll see it. But as you guys know in the team event, you can help your teammates. So he kind of pointed it out to me on the final turn, and that pretty much won me the game, so shout out to him. So I'm just going to get into the deck. So I played the Dragon Ball leader, into the black package. Played 2 Crisis Crusher. Probably should have played more of this considering I knew that people were going to play Storm. I was just kind of tight on room because I really didn't know what to play. Sock gave me a deck list, and so did my other teammate and good friend Jordan Markle, and I kind of just like threw them both together because I didn't love either of the lists, like 100%. Like I liked stuff from both lists. Jordan played yellow, which I definitely felt like I wanted to play yellow, and Sock played like Gogeta 5, dropping some other stuff. So I kind of like mixed it in. 1 Dragon Raider. This was literally just thrown in there. This was super clutch, super clutch. I'd probably play 2 of this card. This card was amazing, with the 1 ball and World Peace. Ended up winning me the game, picking up World Peace. I mean, if it was just a World Peace instead, I guess it would have been the same thing. But Demigra, this is just in case, just if the situation presents itself, this can be better than the Shenron Wish. Or you can wish and then do this if you have enough blacks. 3 World Peace. You're going to draw a bunch of cards. This should have been 4, but 3 worked fine. You just want to see at least 1 early so you can at least get your free pickup with Shenron because you're going to ditch stuff with 1 ball or pan. 4 super combos. This is obvious in this deck, but this is the super combo you're going to play because you want Sparking. The other one that you could play is Warp, and that's like counterproductive to your deck. You could only activate it at, or no, the Dragon Balls actually get removed from the game. They don't even go to Warp, so yeah, you couldn't even activate it. That's the only super combo you can really play. For balls, I played 2 1-star ball. This card is just incredible. I don't think you ever need 3 in any deck really. Maybe in like strict hand control decks, but I feel like 2 is fine, and you can play copies of Radar to pick it up because you don't want to have to be forced to keep tapping energy to play it, I don't think. But doing this on 1 or doing double it on 2 is really good. So against 1, I played Crisis Crusher turn 1, going first because I was like, okay, if he has Gohan, he can't use it to awaken. He's playing androids, so that would like slow him down a little bit if he had Gohan. And I just doubled with these Dragon Balls. I just got 2 of these, and then the next turn I got both 1 balls and double 1 ball them to discard 2 cards from his hand because if androids doesn't have a way to awaken, they can't really get cards in their hand. Like they just draw charge, they're never gonna plus cards in their hand. And then the next turn I had Radar, and I picked up the 2 1 balls with Radar and tapped the 2 energy again because I had 3 energy obviously on turn 3, and double 1 balled them again, and he was down to like 2 cards in hand, and I still had a huge hand. So that is just super good. Obviously hand control versions of Shenron do that a lot with this and like 1 ball, and they go into Super 17. So this is like a little yellow package. Jordan played a little bit bigger of a yellow package. I think his was like 13 or something. 2 Battering, 2 of this Goku for fusing. I'm gonna be honest, I never Gogetaed 7 the entire tournament. Didn't draw it. Anytime I needed it, just didn't see it. So I kind of just went with it and won with at all costs, and the 5-drop Gogeta most of the time, surprisingly, considering that one of the deck is the 7. But 2 of this Vegeta, he's a yellow, he's a 20k for fusion, and he's a 5k. 3 Flying Nimbus for Storm, and just as like the only negate really in my deck. I could have played Power Burst as well, but I didn't have anything to pick up other than... actually Crisis Crush is a 3. See, I'm forgetful. So, really that was my only negate, and it was good for Storm. It came in clutch. 3 Fledgling Talent Pan. This just helped get stuff in the drop area other than 1 ball, so that I could pick up with World Peace, or help me get World Peace in the drop when I'm going to flip, stuff like that. And just help me filter my deck to see stuff. And it's a yellow 5k. 4 Objection. You obviously want to see this card. You want to ramp. It gets annoying when you see multiple of them when you don't need them, because they're just another extra card, but you need to see it, so you have to play at least 3, but 4 is just, you want to see it. On your turn 3, you want to Objection to 4 energy so you can World Peace back your Shenron and untap 2. That's pretty much like what you do. Or, I mean, I guess you can go into an all cost and just get them on the board, untap 1, draw a card, and then next turn, like, set up Shenron and kill them. It doesn't really matter. But Shenron is just an extra energy on tap, so. For this Goku, more fusion material, so that gives us 6 Gokus. Three at all costs, so that's 5 Vegetas for fusing. And this ended up being like my main win condition, just because I didn't draw Gogeta 7 anytime it would have been useful. Either I had Gogeta 7 and I was somehow missing a fusion part, even with playing a high number of copies, or I just didn't have the Gogeta 7. So I went in with at all costs a lot, and either with battering, without battering, didn't really matter, just this card put in work. Card's super, super good. 3 Shenron Figure of Majesty. This card is bonkers. As soon as this card was shown, I was like, wow, this card is insane. Pretty much in any control deck, I feel like this card's super good, especially ones that aren't going to be using Overrealm, because it just allowed every turn that it stays on the board, it just gets more advantage. So essentially, you're playing it for 2 energy the first turn, because it's going to untap 2. So you're playing a 2-drop 20k that draws a card. Can't attack. That's fine. If they don't kill it, now every single turn it's drawing you another card and netting you 2 free energy. This card is broken throughout the game. If this card just you play it and it does something, already a solid card. If this card lasts 2 turns, amazing. Lasts 3 turns, that's ridiculous. Like, you just got so much free energy. 4 free energy, 3 cards off. It's so good. I'm not including the 2 from the first turn. Like 4 energy on your next turns, where like you can play stuff then untap the energy. 3 of the 5-drop. This was because again, in this type of format, I knew Android is going to be a super popular deck, and other people were telling me strategies, like Chris and other people were telling me strategies like hold balls and stuff like that to use them after they cell chain. But I'm going to be honest, I was playing, didn't play with the deck, never played with it before, so I was just like, I'm just going to play. I don't want to have to like overthink everything, so I was like, this card just allows me to do whatever I want. If they cell chain me, that's fine. It's still obviously get annoying, like I discard 5-6 cards, but I can just play this and just come completely back in the game, kill their cell, or like I set this up in drop area and then I world peace it and just kill their cell, wreck their board, draw 2, refill my hand. And then 3 Gogeta 7. This is obviously supposed to be the main card in the deck, but I ended up not drawing it when needed. Chris played 4 of it, but I just felt like 4 was going to be cloggy, and I wanted to fit like 3 of this guy and just like all the other stuff. In hindsight, I would probably play a few less fusion materials and play Whis to ramp more, because if you ramp to 7 energy, you can just get this in play. So Objection becomes more useful, I feel, that way, and Whis you can world peace it, get another energy and stuff like that, and helps you ramp faster. Probably only 1 to 2 copies though. I don't think it's like a huge essential part of the deck. And also you can play like techie one of cards like Gotenks 5 drop. I still really like the Super 17 in any deck. If I was playing like in another tournament, I wasn't sure if Anthony played it in his deck. I'm pretty sure he didn't, but I would have probably played it in this deck just as a one of, just because you can world peace it. If you already have them low on hand with like 1 balls, or regardless, you can just make them discard 2 cards. You don't have to make them discard 2 cards if you don't want. And you just give that guy triple attack. If you have Shenron, you give him crit. And he's just putting in a ton of work. He's 25k, no, 35k with a triple attack. 35k, unnegatable, double straight crit. Like, even if they do survive, they discard so many cards from that attack that they're probably not going to be able to kill you. So it's just really good swing. I think that card's super, super good in Shenron, obviously. This is, one second. This is a playmat that we ended up winning. It is a 2-player cloth playmat, so it is folded right now. Yeah. I really like the playmat, the design and everything. I'm not the biggest fan of cloth playmats, but I do know that a lot of people do like them. So I'm not going to complain about any pricing. Cloth, rubber, it doesn't matter too much to me. I'll play on it if I really like it. So that's fine. Unfortunately, it doesn't say champion or anything on it, which would have been cool, just because, it's like a recognizable thing. People like, oh, would you win, whatever, something like that. Where like all of the mats for the top 4, because everyone in top 4 got that playmat, so they all look the same, but it's not a big deal. There's still like only 12 of them, and it's still a really cool mat. The winning was really just like a pride thing. We were playing for like the difference between first and second was not like a huge difference. It was like 5 promo packs each, like 5 event pack, championship pack, and tournament pack. So it wasn't like a huge like split. Obviously, 5 packs wasn't a big deal. I was mainly just for pride. I wanted to win, go for 3 for 3, and then continue the streak. Hopefully, next week in Atlantic City, there should be more competition for the Team Wars. This event, I felt like there were some solid teams, but there weren't that many. There was only 16, I think, 17 teams, something like that. I'm going to just assume that's due to the short notice. Also, the events in New England, Patriots are playing this weekend. People aren't trying to play, aren't trying to travel. They're trying to watch their team. So, a lot of people. Anyway, until next time, I'm out. Peace.